Some people tend to say something like this: if I had all the resources, connections, possibilities, and the time, I will do more for God and more for people. I will do more for myself. You know what? That sounds like a really fair statement. However, when you take a look at it and review that statement carefully, you'll notice that there's two things going on here with that statement. One is a beautiful desire to do more on behalf of the Lord and on behalf of his people. However, there is also a frustration that is stated there, because what the statement is saying too is that we don't have those resources, we don't have those connections and possibilities and the time to do more for God and for people. I remember that Paul, the Apostle Paul, used to say something like this: preach and spread the gospel in time and out of time. In other words, find the time to continue to preach the gospel and to do what you need to do on behalf of the Lord and on behalf of his kingdom. Then I'm also reminded of Ecclesiastes chapter number 10, chapter 9, verse 10. It says, whatever your hand finds to do, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. For in the realm of the dead, where you are going, my friend, where I am going, where we are going, in the realm of the dead, where you are going, there is neither working, nor planning, nor knowledge, nor wisdom. Wow. So if we expect to plan and to work and to acquire knowledge and wisdom, sometime later, that time might not come. So maybe the time to do that is right now, to plan, to work, to get wisdom and knowledge, and to use it, right? But the text also is followed by the following statement: I have seen something else under the sun, says the writer of Ecclesiastes. The race is not to the swift, or the battle to the strong, nor does food come to the wise, or wealth to the brilliant, or favor to the learned, but time and chance happen to them all. So in other words, the swift, the strong, the wise, the brilliant, and the learned, all of them have the chance to get the possibility to do what they were meant to do. But those of us who are probably not that swift or strong or wise or brilliant or learned, we also have the same chance. In fact, there are times where other people that are slower than swift or strong or whatever, they have gotten what these other people might have been able to do more easily, and they didn't. So the writer is telling us, hey, you can do it too. But do it today, not tomorrow, no mañana, today. Now, there is a say that I just learned from the flatlands of Venezuela. A friend of mine, Professor Leonardo Velasquez, told me that there is a say that he also recently learned, even though he's from that part of the world, in South America, Venezuela, los llanos venezolanos, that it says something like this: si es para ti, ni que te quites; si no es para ti, ni que te pongas. In other words, if it's yours, even if you dodge it, if you try to avoid it, it will get you anyways. If it's not for you, even if you try to catch it, you'll miss it. So this is amazing, because life is not about trying to get somebody else's opportunities, possibilities, trainings, skills, even privileges. It's not about that. It's about catching your own opportunities, your own possibilities, your own resources, your own privileges, and your own trainings. So I'm reminded of Jesus Christ's life summary on Acts chapter 10, verse 38, that says how God anointed Jesus of Nazareth with the Holy Spirit and power, and how he went around doing good and healing all who were under the power of the devil, because God was with him. So when Jesus was anointed and given the power of the Holy Spirit and commissioned by God to do his work and his calling, He didn't sit around and start arguing with himself or with life or with circumstances and saying, well, I only have, this time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. No, he was 30 years old. And perhaps he knew, perhaps he didn't, that he only had 3 years to do his work. And yet he kept going and doing what he had to do without complaining or arguing or doing something else. He would just engage with life, engage with his calling and his ministry. And I like to ask, I like to suggest you to just do that. Just do that. Catch life, embrace life, do that training, get that degree, do what you were called to do. Do not excuse yourself or try to apologize for who you are or for what you have been given. You don't need to do that. Just be yourself, be real, and do what you were meant to do. You're gonna be okay. You are going to be fine. This is Pastor Alfredo Delgado, serving in Southern California in the Presbyterian Ranchos at Placentia Presbyterian Church. May the Lord bless you and keep you. We will be in touch, my friend. Be well. God bless.